Happy Saturday, love and reciprocity. Very quick message. I talk a lot about unhealed childhood trauma. The reason I speak so much about unhealed childhood trauma is because it's a very, very deep issue. It's deeply rooted. It's very prevalent, and it shows up in the lives of adults in various ways. It doesn't show up in the same way for everyone. There are things that people do to mask the hurt, the pain, the trauma, whether it's immersing yourself in your studies, becoming a workaholic, becoming an alcoholic, becoming drug addicted, being promiscuous. These are the things that people do to mask the pain. It does not take the pain away. So I'm going to be talking about how unhealed trauma shows up in the lives of adults. I equate them to weapons of mass destruction. If you know anything about weapons of mass destruction, there's chemical warfare, there's biological warfare, and then there's nuclear warfare. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a biologist, I'm not a chemist, but from what I've been seeing, and it's very prevalent, I see it on social media, I see it in real life, it's like a mask. Well, it's not like a mask, but when we wear masks, right, during COVID, we had to wear masks. Now, we wore masks for obvious reasons, right, so that it can decrease the chances of spreading COVID. When a person wears a ski mask in the winter, it's to do what? The purpose is to keep the face warm, but it also conceals the identity. When you wear a Halloween mask, most times your identity is concealed until you remove the mask. At some point, the mask has to come off. Why? Because we got to live. We got to shower. We got to eat. We got to breathe properly, right? So even with childhood trauma that is masked, at some point it's going to show up and show out in your life. And a lot of times it comes out very negatively, right? It becomes weapons of mass destruction. I'm going to be talking about that very soon. I am ill again. Well, I shouldn't say I'm ill. I do have another cold, and it's worse than the last one. It's really bad. So I'm trying to take the natural route. I got my sea moss, and I'm about to order me some black seed oil. And I've been taking Ricola for the longest. I don't know what I did with my cough syrup. I can't find it. So that was like an indication to me to take the natural route, Trinice. So I may have thrown it out by mistake and didn't realize it. But so stay tuned. I do still have to do my video on the art of trickery, because you know how the enemy is. I said in one of my short videos that he does not announce himself when he's ready to attack. He comes sometimes very subtle. He makes a subtle approach, and that is the art of trickery. So I have that video to do, and then I'm also going to talk about weapons of mass destruction. So if there are any biologists, chemists, or scientists that might happen to see this video, I'm not talking from that standpoint. This is an analogy. I always do these analogies so that people can really understand where I'm coming from. Because as I often say, some people are surface thinkers. Not everyone. There's some people who think on surface level and they won't get the gist of what I'm saying. So I like to break things down to a science, so to speak, for others. But anyway, stay tuned. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do the video. I'll probably do another short video here and there, but I do have a really, really bad cough, and I just got to work on getting myself back healthy. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend.